Compensate descendants of the Groveland Four is moving forward. There were 4 black men wrongfully convicted of raping a white woman more than 70 years ago in Lake County. The bill unanimously passed through the Appropriations Committee yesterday.
WESH's Haley Krummelholm is live tonight. And Haley, you heard from family members who are passionately working to push the bill forward. What do they have to say?
So they came out wanting to speak about the impact that this tragedy has had on their families. Now, this bill, if passed, would give $4 million to the descendants of the Groveland Four. And these were men taken from their families, some jailed, others killed. And even though this happened more than 70 years ago, the families say that this is something that has impacted generations. Family members of the Groveland Four came out to speak before the Florida Senate Appropriations Committee Thursday.
Please consider the devastation.
They came to speak in support of a bill that would give $4 million in compensation to descendants of the 4 black men, one really just a teenager, wrongfully accused and ultimately convicted of raping a white woman in Lake County in 1949. Ernest Thomas, Samuel Shepard, Charles Greenlee, and Walter Irvin.
Samuel never had the opportunity to make it home.
Beverly Robinson was one of the relatives that spoke Thursday. Samuel Shepard was her cousin. He was one of 2 of the Groveland Four who didn't survive. Thomas was shot and killed by a mob. Shepard was shot and killed by the sheriff on the way to a retrial. Irvin was also shot but survived. Robinson remembers growing up seeing Shepard's mother crying in her family home.
She grieved this until her death.
And Robinson said speaking at the hearing Thursday was important for her and her family.
It has been a true mission of mine to bring justice for him.
The Groveland Four were officially pardoned by Governor Ron DeSantis in 2019, and a judge exonerated them in 2021. The sponsor of the bill, Senator LaVon Bracey Davis, said it's important the state does more.
The only thing left is righting this wrong by paying the family members who missed their loved one, the uncles and aunts who had to step in and raise children because the head of their house was no longer there.
The bill unanimously passed the committee Thursday. It will now head to the Senate floor. Robinson said her family is grateful for the compensation they're considering.
But you can't put a value on what these men went through, what they had to endure, and for the deaths. There's no monetary value. But it will bring some closure, and it's up to the state of Florida to decide how they want to end this journey.
Now, both Robinson and Bracey Davis made a point of telling me that this is really a continuation of the work of the late Senator Geraldine Thompson. Now, in order for things to keep moving forward, a companion bill in the House does have to be heard by committee. And Bracey Davis says that the money for this, it would come from the state's general fund. Covering Lake County Live, Haley Krummelholm, WESH 2 News.